Hello, everyone, and welcome to another TIBS TV mini chat. Now, TIBS stands for the Intuitive Body and Soul, and you can get a hold of us through www.intuitivebodyandsoul.com. And through this entire, actually 2 years, we have been trying to stay in touch with everyone and just kind of make sure, we're thinking about you. And if you need any help, you can reach out to us. And I have special help today from a spiritual sister, my very own Alinda. And welcome to the show. And she's been on our show many, many times. So I wanted to kind of grab you at this time and see if you can tell us what's going on in this spirit world. And it's Thanksgiving time. It's November. So I'm thinking we should focus on gratitude. What do you think, woman? Good, good, good. I like it. Gratitude's a good place to be. Someone said if you go to bed at night and as you're falling asleep, you think about all the things that you're grateful for, you'll have good dreams. And then when you wake up, you'll be in a good mood. I think that's true. It's a true story. Absolutely. So I have to tell everyone my friend over here moved out of state. So now I only get to see her on Zoom and stuff like that. But so far, one of these days I'll get you out here. That's right. That's what I said. One of these days I'm going to get you out here and you come and stay with me and we'll have party, baby. All right, I knew you would be. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think? I think this is a really good time because of everything that's going on in the world that we really focus on gratitude. In spite of what's going on, there's still a lot to be grateful for, don't you think? I totally agree with that because, we get lost a lot of questions. What does it mean intuitively or spiritually, that we're going through all this and so on and so forth. And I always think everything happens for a reason. And I think, on one hand, we're kind of being pushed, like you said, to focus in a certain direction. And it takes our focus off of, spiritual growth and development at a time when I think we need it the most. Yes, yes. Mhm. That's right. So, so how does okay? So how does someone do that? Okay, as a person who meditates, I meditate, try to clear my mind and focus on what I think is. What about people who don't? Where do they start? That'll do it. Yeah. 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 Okay. Good. You're absolutely right. It gets repeated enough. So you're right. I get the same thing. Well, I'd like to know what's going on in the world and blah, blah, blah. But you're right. If you're leaving it on, some people leave the TV on when they go to sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
But then we don't want to over focus on it either because there's so many more other things going on in your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when we're, homebound and everything, it seems like the only way to connect outside, but, there are a lot of other things to watch
To do. Yeah.
besides news.
Totally.
Yeah, and I just encouraged people to, stay on more streaming sites and stuff instead of the regular broadcasting thing
Right.
just
Plus,
for a few hours.
they can reach out to each other this way, just regular phone or, you know.
Yeah, and also it's just to pick up a couple other habits because it's easy to let the TV do all the work. It's not good for your brain, and it also hyper focuses you towards one thing, which is too much of anything, even if it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's not a good thing.
If I hyper focus on only reading poetry, I will be
You'll be a poet. I like it. I like it. No, I know what you're saying. Don't obsess over one thing.
Really matter,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if I concentrate on only taking vitamins and forget about everything else, I can't live on just vitamins.
I wonder. So I absolutely agree with that. Keep your mind busy, be very well rounded. But I also think people should take out the time to meditate. And people say to me, well, I don't really know how. And I'm like, well, there's really not a wrong
People
way.
meditate all the time. They just don't realize that they're meditating.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
It's the watching the news all that time, they were choosing to meditate on news.
That's
So
it. That's right.
everybody knows how to meditate. There are several different kinds of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take very long. One of my favorite kinds of meditation used to be in the car right before I go into the grocery store. I would just do a 2-minute little thing that I would focus on what I was supposed to bring out of the store and not all the things I wasn't supposed to bring out of the store. And it was amazing how it worked.
I'm glad it worked for you. My family makes fun of me because one day in particular, I went into the store for one thing and $153 later and with 10 bags. And they're like, did you at least get what you went in there for? And I'm like, yeah, don't be a wise guy. So I relate to that. And that when you were saying that you like to meditate in the car, a lot of the little clips that you would put on Facebook, I could tell you were in your car. And I'm like, that's her space. That's her space. Absolutely. Yeah, memorable for sure. So meditation and focusing on gratitude. I was wondering if you would be so kind, my darling, to lead us through a meditation, a kind of guided meditation that people could use to meditate. I'm wondering why we're getting the feedback. I'm actually gonna hang up. Can you still hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. All right, unmute yourself. Are you muted?
You got very,
there you go.
quiet.
You're good.
Hold on 1 second.
Can you hear me?
Your sound is very faint. I cannot hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. So I was asking my darling if you wouldn't mind leading us through a little guided meditation because you have such a calming and beautiful voice. And if I just close my eyes, would you be willing to do that? And okay. Now, before people do this, they can meditate anywhere, right? They could lay down, they could sit up. You're comfortable. Yeah, my postmaster would love that. He loves when he sees me. Okay.
Everyone should have stars. Anytime you get to look at the sky, you should see stars. And then you should just pick one. It's yours. In that space, feel calm, feel connected. Feel connected to other things besides just everything on the earth, but look outside the earth. That's where the stars are, outside the earth. Be at peace. Take another deep breath. Then just focus on your shoulders. Let those relax. Your spine, let that relax. Hip bones, let those relax. Take another deep breath. And just think about being grateful. One thing you're grateful for. Maybe it's ice cream. Maybe it's a loved one. Maybe it's chocolate. Maybe it's a glass of wine. It doesn't matter. Just something to be grateful for. That energy is just good to encourage, and it doesn't matter how you get there. Thankful for another year of life. Thankful you have breath to take a deep breath. Relax. Be easy. Think about the last time you got a hug. Think about the last time you shook a hand. These are connections with other people, and those are always good to be thankful for. Take another deep breath. And just be thankful for yourself. Sometimes that's where you have to start before you move anywhere else. On that feeling, I say put that all of those feelings, thankfulness and gratefulness, into a balloon. Tie it right onto your arm so that you can carry it around with you the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month. Whenever you find yourself getting distressed, focus back on that balloon that is tied on your wrist. And remember all the things that you put inside of there. And take another deep breath. Come back to your focus. And there we are.
You know what? That was amazing. That was amazing. When you were talking about things you should be grateful for, all these things were coming to my mind, and I actually did feel very relaxed. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is amazing. And people, yeah, I'm gonna upload this to the YouTube channel, and I'll send you a copy too, so you can use it. And people, if you're smart, you will listen to this at least once a day. I mean, how was that? That was like short but very powerful, and your voice is very it's more than melodic. It just takes you where you need to go. Absolutely awesome, my dear. So I have a feeling it will help more than just a little bit. All right, my friend. I love you dearly. And anytime you have something you would like to say, we are totally open to it over here. Anytime you have messages. Okay, my darling? All right, thank you. Hey, how can people get a hold of you if they want to talk to you directly? Can they do that? Becoming with Alinda? Becoming with Alinda is the name of the Facebook page, and she will too. All right, thank you, intuitive body and soul. And until next time, we will see you all later. Everyone, be legendary.